This is Vargas recording in Vargas Vault 3.0. Back again, like I mentioned in my last video, with a comic book pickup video. This is stuff that I picked up months ago at the comic book shop that I thought I had recorded, but I was going through my videos and I did not talk about these comic books. So I wanted to share this with you guys. If you're into comic books, you'll enjoy this. If not, sorry. I am not digging Marvel Comics recently. The thing that annoys me so much about Marvel Comics is that they're doing the whole they release a series, really good series, then they cancel it. They cancel it and they start they either cancel it because it didn't make the money that they thought, or they cancel it only to re-release it a couple of months down the road as a brand new, exciting #1. And the second volume is not as good as the first volume. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, and it's especially annoying to me when it's the exact same creative team. They literally just canceled it so they can have an excuse to release a brand new #1 and then keep pumping out comic books. That shit gets annoying to me. I don't like that. I've heard people defend it because, it's like a TV season. It's comic books. It shouldn't do that. I'm sorry, it should not do that. And it's been a while since I've gotten excited about anything Marvel related. The last thing that I do regret not getting into was the new X-Men books, because I love X-Men. Compared X-Men to the Avengers, I prefer the X-Men. And Jonathan Hickman was writing X-Men, and he did a whole relaunch, and he set up this whole new mythology that I wish I would have gotten into, but like I said, I can't afford. And that's the other thing I don't like about Marvel Comics, is that their comic books are more expensive. They're usually $5 now, and I can't afford that. So what I'm doing is that I'm buying these True Believer comic books. They're reprints of classic key issues. They're $1. I can afford a $1 comic book, and I get to read classic stories from a time period that I actually enjoy. So I'm buying the hell out of a whole bunch of these True Believer comic books. So one that I picked up is True Believers from the X-Men. The first appearance of Betsy Braddock. Braddock? Is that how you pronounce it? Braddock? But this is the sister of Captain Britain, who would later become Psylocke. Now, my all-time favorite version of Psylocke is the Asian version with the British accent. I know they ruined that. They separated Psylocke from canon. So now the person that was Psylocke is back to her British body, and the person that was canon, it's confusing. But there's still a Psylocke Asian version, but it's not Betsy Braddock, so that kind of sucks. Just another reason why I don't like Marvel Comics that much, because they do that crap. Picked up True Believers X-Men, reprinting the first appearance of Jubilee. A lot of people don't like Jubilee. Her powers, she did fireworks. But if you grew up watching the old X-Men cartoon, Jubilee was part of the X-Men cartoon. So she's a big part of, and she's gone through so many changes. She lost her powers, then she became a vampire, then she somehow got cured of vampirism, and then she got her powers back. So she's been all over the place. Then she adopted a son. So the character has gone through a whole bunch of arcs, and I like Jubilee. I thought she was an interesting character. And this reprints her first appearance. I don't remember what issue of Uncanny XMen, but it's one that I was missing, and now I have it. Also picked up this reprint of Uncanny XMen, Days of Future Past. Classic storyline where they showcase a world where the Sentinels rule the world, and the mutants and humanity are on the verge of extinction. I always wonder, once the Sentinels eliminate all of mankind, what are they going to do then? They're going to shut down. They're just going to chill. I don't know. But this Days of Future Past was really cool, and it's a really good storyline. If you haven't read it, highly recommend it. It's a really good read. Um, One thing I was picking up is Old Man Logan because it's Wolverine. Batman is my favorite DC superhero. Wolverine's my favorite Marvel superhero. So they made Old Man Logan, and then they brought Old Man Logan to replace Wolverine, who had died. Then Wolverine came back, so he had two Wolverines running around. But they wanted to get rid of Old Man Logan, and this was the miniseries that would do so. And this is Dead Man Logan issue 9, which showcases Sabretooth because he's still around. Then Dead Man Logan number 10. Dead Man Logan number 11. And Dead Man Logan number 12. And this is the one where after defeating Sabretooth and sort of establishing the Avengers of the Wastelands, Old Man Logan dies and is reunited with his family. So this was a nice end to Old Man Logan. I do know that they're going to release a new Wolverine, and I'll pick that up because it's Wolverine. I love the character, and it's the only Marvel thing that I'll pick up. I only bought Old Man Logan. I want to get the new Wolverine series once it releases because I love Wolverine. Picked up this dollar book of the Joker because it's the Joker. It also has a really cool Oscar-winning poster for the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. And this is a reprint of the first issue of the Joker miniseries. It came out like in the 70s, and I've never come across a single issue of that series, so I thought, this is for $1, I'll pick this up. And it has the Joker battling Two-Face. Also picked up another dollar comic book, and this is the first a reprint of the first issue of Swamp Thing. A while back, they released a reprint of it wasn't a reprint, like a facsimile edition of, which is a reprint of House of Mystery, that had the first appearance of Swamp Thing. So I bought that, and now I have the first issue of Swamp Thing. So awesome. Picked up Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. This is the conclusion to that miniseries where Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are fighting Krang inside the body of the Anti-Monitor. That's insane. But this was a really nice miniseries. I never thought that I would ever see Batman crossover with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The first miniseries was awesome. Then they did another one with the animated series. They did one more with Bane, and then this one was Krang, messing with the multiverse. So really, really like this. I actually want to get the movie that came out, the animated movie with Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. A friend of mine, Movie John, has mentioned that it's really good, so I want to get it because it's Batman and the Ninja Turtles. It's like two great things going together. I think these are out of order, yeah. Picked up Batman's, a whole bunch of Batmans. This is Batman 73, where they're dealing with Bane taking over Gotham, and the Flashpoint Batman trying to convince Bruce Wayne to stop being Batman, but he's doing it, with tough love. And this is issue 74. Issue 75, a giant 499 issue where they showcase how Bane has taken over Gotham, and he's using the Psycho Pirate to use his emotion mask to dominate the supervillains, and how Batman is trying to get back into Gotham and reclaim the city. And we got issue 76. And Bane is interesting because he's the character that broke the Batman. I will break you, and broke his back. And as far as supervillains, the Joker is the greatest Batman villain. But Bane, when done properly, is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, um, he's either with the Venom or without the Venom that makes him like super freakish strong. The thing that he has going for him is his smarts, and they kind of tried to recreate that with Tommy Elliot, Hush. They also try to make that guy like a smart villain against Batman, but Bane is always the better version of that because he's smart. He is a great tactician. In the Nightfall storyline, if you haven't read it, but he released all the inmates from Arkham to tire Batman out, and then finally, he confronted Batman after he's psychologically, physically, emotionally destroyed. Then he goes after him, kind of a dick move actually, but goes after him and then beats him up and then breaks him so he can take over. But it's a dick move, but it's actually smart to weaken your enemy and then go for the kill. So Bane is interesting. He's not my favorite Batman villain. It's the Joker's my favorite Batman villain, but he's still a force to be reckoned when written correctly. And in City of Bane, they did that. And this is issue 77, and Flashpoint Batman is like the lieutenant for Bane, but he has his own ulterior plans. And in issue 78, Batman is meeting up with Catwoman to try to reclaim Gotham. Issue 79, cover there. This one's even better. This is issue 80, the variant. One thing I skipped from DC that I wish I would have gotten because it looked cool was this Deceased miniseries where the anti-life equation becomes like a techno virus. So anyone that looks at their cell phone gets turned into a zombie. So it's starting to infect all the superheroes. Kind of like Marvel zombies. My favorite version of that is Blackest Night, where the dead superheroes come back as zombies, but they're like Black Lanterns, and so they're worse than zombies. But this is a variant based on that. It has a zombie Batman. And issue 70... I'm sorry, this is issue 81, another variant that my comic book shop was kind enough to get for me, with the iconic Bane breaking the Batman. So I still need to get issue 82, which is a book that I wasn't able to get, and then everything later on. They're building up something big in the current issues of Batman, so I'm still buying Batman. Batman is my favorite DC superhero, and even though I have cut down a lot of books, way too many books, the two main books that I'm going to keep buying is Batman, and when Marvel releases it, the Wolverine series. But that's the only new stuff I'm picking up. Everything else is going to be dollar reprints because they're cheap, they're awesome, and they allow me to complete my collection. I don't care that they're reprints. I just like reading comic books for the stories, the artwork, the characters. So if I can buy a reprint of a key issue that I need for $1, I'm doing it. I don't care. So yeah, good haul, I think. I think so. If you agree, leave a comment, a thumbs up. Usually recommend the standout things, but really Batman is the standout because it's Batman. So thanks so much for watching the comic book pickup video. I still have a couple more movies, but I want to organize them a little bit before I do so I'll do that. So you'll probably see me later on. But until I see you all again, this is Vargas recording in Vargas Vault 3.0. Thanking you and signing out.